I already know what a lot of you are going to say after this video is over. No. I already know what a lot of you are going to say. Holy crap, Scott, that is a lot of volume for a leg workout. I don't know if I can handle it. And to you, I say this. You're probably doing more volume than what I'm about to suggest, but you're just spreading it across more exercises, so it seems like less. And that seems to be like the trend on TikTok and Instagram Reels, right? It's like, let me just bombard you with as many exercises as I can to make it look like I know what the hell I'm talking about. We don't roll like that over here at Scott Herman Fitness. We keep it simple, stupid. We do the KISS method because it's been proven to work. And in today's article, that's exactly what it's going to be about. Do this every leg workout for big quads. Now, am I saying this should be your new leg workout indefinitely? No, I'm not. But if you seem to have plateaued and you're having a hard time seeing growth, try this for the next 3 to 4 weeks and let's switch things up a little bit and see what kind of results we get. And I guarantee you, you will see something. Now, for those of you who have gone to my website, muscularstrength.com, and scrolled down just a tiny bit and entered your email right here, you would have already had access to this article because you would have received an email about it last week, and you would already be off to the gym doing your leg workout, seeing all kinds of gains. But for those of you who are joining us for the first time, don't worry. I send out emails twice a week going over lots of tips. I have hundreds, if not thousands, of videos and articles on my website, and it's all for free. So sign up, and we'll send you some cool stuff. Now, back to the article. So, do this every leg workout for big quads. And this was published back in 2018, actually October of 2018. And it's a very simple read. It says basically that you should always squat, and instead of just running over to the leg extension machine, okay, there's some different things that you can do to vary your workouts by utilizing a leg press and different foot stances. Now, when people squat, and a lot of people in their workouts, they'll squat and they'll go to the leg press. Now, if you're using the same exact foot stance when you squat and then you go to the leg press and your feet are in the same exact position, you're just wasting your time. And I guarantee a lot of you are doing 3 to 4 sets of squats and 3 to 4 sets of a leg press with the same foot position. So you're already doing like 8 sets of essentially the same exercise, right? And that's why in this article where it says, I want you doing at least 8 to 10 sets of squats, you shouldn't freak out about it because you can handle it. And if you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm already so tired. After 3 sets of squats, maybe 4 sets max, how can I possibly do 8 to 10 sets? All you gotta do is lower the weight. Okay? A lot of people don't like to lower the weight when they're training in the gym. And they oftentimes forget that mechanical tension is not the only muscle building mechanism, right? We have metabolic stress as well. There are other muscle building mechanisms that will allow you to take advantage of your body's fatigue in order to see growth. And if you didn't push past that fatigue, how are you ever going to break your limits? So, by lowering the weight as you get tired, as you're doing more sets, you're basically like affirming that what you're doing is actually working. There should be muscle fatigue as you go from set to set to set. We're not strength training here. We're trying to build muscle. We're lifting as heavy as we can every single set while inducing fatigue to the muscles because we're breaking them down so that they'll grow when we're in the recovery process. Okay? So, very simple, guys. Make sure you're always squatting. And so I have videos on how to squat properly with proper form if you have a hard time going all the way down and all the way up on every single exercise. But for exercise 1, I want you doing 6 to 8 reps of 8 to 10 sets of ass to grass squats. And then we're going to skip the leg extension machine that we all usually run over to immediately to target our quads. We're going to skip that machine, and instead we're going to run to the leg press. And we're going to play with our foot position. And we're going to play with a wide stance and a close stance. Now, for those of you who are squatting, I would say 99.9% of you, your foot stance isn't going to be super wide. It's definitely not going to be super close. Your feet would kind of be like on the sides of the LF symbol right here, right? That's usually where you're putting your feet. By placing your feet as wide as you can on a leg press, believe it or not, you're actually changing which quad you're placing more emphasis on. And in this case, the wider your feet go, the more you're targeting your inner quads. And the closer your feet are, the more you're targeting your outer quad. So if you're having a really hard time, a lot of you struggle with that outer quad growth, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I've never done a leg press with my feet close together. Bells should be going off in your head right now that this could be the solution to what you're looking for to help increase the size of those outer quads. And so I do have some photos down here, and I do go into detail and talk a bit about how you should be doing your leg press, okay? You do want to make sure that you can bring bring your legs all the way down, get your knees all the way down as close to your chest as possible. Of course, when you're doing your feet close together, you probably can't go down as much as when your feet are wide, because as you open up your feet, you open up your hips, and you can bring your legs down and almost get your knees like towards your ears, right? That's okay, but just make sure you're training within full range of motion, whether you're doing feet together or feet close. And this is where I said you guys are going to freak out. 20 to 30 reps per set. You're going to say, oh my gosh, like that's a lot of sets. I mean, that's a lot of reps per set. And you're doing a total of 150 to 200 reps. Well, if you do 30 reps on your set, on that set, it's only 5 sets, guys. It's not a lot. And 30 reps might sound like a lot. 20, 30 reps might sound like a lot. But again, the goal here is not to lift, insanely heavy weights. We're going for volume. We're focusing on metabolic stress as one of the muscle building mechanisms, okay? We can take advantage of mechanical tension as much as possible when we're doing our squats, going as heavy as we can for those 6 to 8 reps during those 8 to 10 sets. But when we come over to the leg press, we're already fatigued. We're going to take advantage of that fatigue we already have in our legs from doing the squats to going a bit lighter, but hammering out repetitions. If you've never done high volume training before, okay, and you're doing the same thing all of the time, I guarantee you're going to see a change in your body after a few weeks of doing this. It won't be a massive change, obviously. It still takes time, but you have never experienced this type of training before. You've never experienced this level of muscle breakdown before. You're going to be extremely sore. It's going to hurt. You're probably going to have to sit on a donut when you go and poop later, because everything is going to hurt so much. Just bending your knees to sit down in your chair to work is probably going to be very difficult for you, let alone getting up after. But that's fine. Okay, guys? It's important that as you go throughout your fitness journey, that you take advantage of different training techniques to see what works. And so for example, I train with a 5-day bodybuilding split. As you guys know, if you go to my website, when you sign up, you can try any of my programs for free, right? You can try my meal planner for free as well. My favorite program being the 5-day bodybuilding split. Now, I can still stick to that split and hit a plateau and need to switch up my workout. And my leg workout on my 5-day split is very intense. And I do spread volume across a lot of different exercises. And I do the traditional squat, leg press, leg extension, leg curl. And then I go to the inner and outer thigh machines as well. And I train some calves. But when I feel like I'm hitting a plateau and I feel like things are getting a bit stale and I'm just hitting the same muscle groups over and over and over again the same exact way, I will switch to something like this, right? I will switch to doing a routine that's very simple and allows me to put more volume on the areas that seem to be lagging. And that's what this article really is all about, right? If you feel like your quads are lagging and they're just not getting the growth that they deserve, it just means that they need more attention, and this is a great way to do it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you sign up for the email list if you want to get more great content like this sent right to your inbox. And as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys.